Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I've been talking about doing an upgrade to the channel for a while. Let's just roll right in. Actually, you know what? Let's wait. Let's wait. Be right back. Wrong. I need to set up the new stream. I desperately need to set up the new stream. Oh wait, it's not done yet. Fuck. Okay, it should be working now. So I am looking. It's been no surprise that I have been looking into new gear for the channel. Specifically, I was thinking of either a new console, which it would be either a Switch 2 or a PlayStation 5 Pro, a new GPU, or a new camera. Thinking over things, I'm fine without getting a new PS5 Pro. I'm fine without a Switch 2 for a while. What what I'm actually interested in though is primarily a new camera. So, we're going to be looking at new cameras and coming up with positives and pros, cons, everything about that, and see what we get. So we have a Google Sheets right here in front of me, but also we're just going to pull up a little thing right here. So there's like multiple cameras I'm looking at. There's the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. There's the Blackmagic Micro Studio G2. What else are we looking at? I'm going to be looking at the Canon EOS R50V. All these cameras, by the way, need to be able to shoot and record in 4K 60. So that is the primary thing that I'm looking at when I'm looking at these cameras. I need it to be able to record at 4K resolution at true 60 frames a second. The other cameras I was turned on to would be a Sony EV10 II, a Sony A6700, And then I was told about this one. I was turned on to this one recently, and that is the Lumix G9 II. So we have all of those. Those are our cameras. So cameras. We're looking at the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K, Blackmagic Micro Studio G2, the Canon EOS R50V, Sony EV10 II, Sony A6700, and the Lumix G9 II. So, price. What are some good things that we have for price? Lenses. Lenses would be another one. Storage. And what else? Price, lenses, storage, and the I/O. All right. So, let's go ahead and before I got on stream, I was looking at this stuff, and I went on to Reddit, and on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera subreddit, and I was asking about it between the Pocket Cinema 4K and the Micro Studio G2. And one of the big things that they were telling me is that, yeah, you'd be able to record in 4K 60 like I want, and I'd be able to record to an external SSD, which would be dope. But since I'm a one-man show, I don't have someone on the other end of that camera constantly focusing it. There is no autofocus. I didn't realize that there was no autofocus on either of these. In fact, you have to go up to the Blackmagic PCC 6K full frame before you get autofocus. So that is another thing. Does it have AF? No. Yes. So right off the bat, these, like, unless I can find a smoking ass deal on these are kind of just dead in the water already. Now, the nice thing that I have with these already owned, I already own lenses that are compatible with both of the Sony lenses, with the Sony frames. So I already have the E-mount lenses, so I would just need the body of these, and I could get a, throw on one of this bad boy or throw on this bad boy here, and they would work. It would work really, really well, and I wouldn't have to worry about anything else. Let's look at, and we're just looking at bodies here. So the body of the Panasonic, from what I can see right here, it's $1,700, $1,697. Yeah, the Panasonic is probably the second most expensive here. 169799. We'll just format that as that. And then if I go to the Sony A70 6700, that'd be $1,398. I'm gonna say list price. List price is $1,500. 1499. The EV10 II is, they're saying 19. 1198. And then the Canon, I think, is probably the most affordable at $699 for just the body. If we look up, oh, what is it? Shopping. If we look up the Blackmagic Pocket 4K, I mean, new, those are $1,100, so $1,095. And then if we look up the 6K full frame, that's $2,855, which is insane. And then we look up the Micro Studio Camera G2, that is also $1,095. So, storage on all of these. Yeah, and honestly, like, I would probably need to just, like, with how this is, I would probably have to upgrade to the Pro. So that's $2K on the Micro. And from what I've seen from the what people have told me from the subreddit is, unless you're kitting out a studio where you have like 6 or 7 of these cameras feeding into a mixer, the Micro Studio cameras aren't really designed for solo content creation. That's really not what they were designed for. It's designed for, like, hey, we're gonna put like a camera here, B camera here, camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, camera 4, all around a studio. We're gonna feed them into an actual mixing thing, and then only then do you get the benefit really from it, because it's such a small form factor. So that's, I think, automatically all of these have to lose out. Yeah. So how can I... there we go. So I think this hurts a lot, not having autofocus, because I have to rely on good autofocus. So without autofocus, I really don't think that it's gonna work out. And oh my god, is it annoying me. Hold on. Okay, that would just have been annoying this shit out of me with me facing the wrong way. Okay, so we are at we're looking really at these 5 cameras, and really, I think the price is just way too much on a Blackmagic 6K. So we're gonna have to get rid of that one. So unfortunately, I really like the idea of adopting into the Blackmagic family, because it seems like there's some really good support and they're doing a lot of stuff. And if I ever do switch from Vegas Pro as a video editor, as an NLE, on to a something, you know, more standardized like DaVinci Resolve, Blackmagic would just inherently play really well with all of that. But right now we're looking at a Canon, 2 Sonys, and a Lumix. So I figure that we could go to YouTube and look up reviews for all of these and really see what they have that's special for each one of them. So let's look at Canon EOS R50V. camera review. We want a relatively short camera, or a short video. So Jared Polin, I think, does some really good stuff. Let's see what Polin does.
Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is a preview of the Canon R50V. Oh, and I so happen to be in Hawaii to test it out. So I'm going to go over the specs from the inside to the outside. We're going to go over what's different in the body, and why would you look at an R50V over something like the R50, because the innards are basically the same, but there are differences. Now, behind the scenes in this video, I am also using the Canon V1.
You know what? That just rose to me. Canon R50. Is there a price difference in these? No. $20. I'm not gonna fret over $20. All right. I'm not gonna get pissy over $20. Yeah.
To film behind the scenes. Of course, this is a little different.
And maybe the V has some better, videographer stuff into it.
Normal, because I'm out on location in Hawaii. But let's say that this is the current flagship of the V line. We've got the V10, we've got the V1, we've got the R50V now, and this is the highest end of their vlogging camera systems. I do expect Canon to come out with other V systems, other different video-centric vlogging style cameras in the not.
I will say one thing that I'm not a big fan of with the R50 is the placement of its it's a flip out screen, right? The screen hinges here, and it only hinges one way. What I don't like about that is the fact that they've added another quarter 20 mount here as well as on the bottom. That's great for vertical stuff, but you have all your IO right here. So as you flip that out, you're then, if you plug anything into that IO, it's obstructing your viewfinder, which kind of sucks in my opinion.
Not too distant future, but this is considered the flagship at this.
See,
time.
like what Jared has right there on his rig.
Side of the camera, we do not have an EVF. We just have a flip-out 3-inch vari-angle screen, which is actually less resolution than the R50. I don't know why you would go down in resolution, especially when you don't have an electronic viewfinder. One of the things they're probably trying to do is cut down on the price, because if you keep it down, then it's more likely that someone would end up purchasing this. Now, I'm going to talk about the price when we get to the end of this, but I personally do not like cameras without EVFs. Now, with that being said, a lot of video-centric cameras don't have EVFs because they're meant to be for video. But I personally, even when shooting video, like putting my eye up to the electronic viewfinder, but this camera does not have it. Is it a deal breaker? For most people, the answer is no, because when you think about who this camera is for, it is for those vlogging content creator type people.
Which is not me. It's not going to be me. But I'm not the biggest fan of this one. It is the cheapest. Aside from not having a lens. So I think it's going to score kind of in the middle with the EV10. But I'll give it a look.
There's something interesting on the left side of this body right here, right now, is check this out, Brandon. Come around here, get this on the side. Right here, there is a quarter 20 on the side. That means you can go vertical video on a tripod. That's not something that I'm personally going to do, or you could do it on a gimbal. I wouldn't do it, but a lot of people shoot video that way.
Yeah.
Canon has done a good job of making it so that people that like to vlog or like to make content for the Tickety Talk can go ahead and make their vertical content straight out of the body. You do have a digital hot shoe. I am currently using a different microphone that plugs into the camera with this blue cable on the side, but that's how we're getting the audio into the camera. The
Okay.
ports that you have on the side, you have your microphone port, you have a remote port, and now you have a headphone control. You have a headphone port. I don't care about that, but Steven will tell you that he loves having that just so that he can.
It's not going to be something that I'm going to care about because I'm going to be recording audio separately through my PC with my nice mics. So that's not going to, I'm not going to care about that necessarily. The nice thing about having a mic in the camera though is when I use my clapboard to sync the sounds, I'll be able to get a small shotgun mic that I have, attach that onto the camera, and that's going to be nicer just for syncing sounds. But as far as like hearing, like I'm not going to be shooting like that, so it doesn't matter.
Monitor audio, but again,
But if I do skits, this might be pretty nice if I'm gonna start thinking about doing more skits for video stuff. That could be nice. Okay, I could see why you'd want headphones and stuff.
consumer branded camera.
But even then, I'd probably just get like a small Tascam recorder, and boom it. So because yeah, I'd rather have duplicate audio than possibly fuck up with the camera audio. Because if there's one thing that I'm always going to forget is turn on the microphone for the camera.
It's not as important as some of the higher end cameras. I personally wouldn't use it. Like I said, you do have the digital hot shoe that's 24-bit, 4-channel audio, so that's nice to have. You do have the same LP17 battery as the R50, so if you're gonna get something like this, you wanna make sure you get an extra battery to go along with it. There is now a tally light. Howdy ho, guys! I'm a tally light. That's right, you have a tally light that goes on so you can see when you're recording, as well as a red box that goes around the screen. There's a dedicated quick live streaming button with USB-C.
Don't care about that.
Stream up to 4K 60p, whereas with the R50 you could only do 1080 at 30p. Now in terms of lenses, I am currently using the brand new 14-30, which gives you a 22 to 48 millimeter equivalent.
I would so the big thing is that I would need to figure out a nice prime lens for the Canon to fit onto it, and I don't know how much that is going to. Right now, I really like the Canon because of the price. I don't like it though because that means I'm gonna have to invest into new lenses.
It's an f4 to 6.3. It does have IS. It is an STM motor, which are those stepping motors, and it is a PZ lens, which means it is power zooming when I rotate the ring.
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna be, if possible, I'm gonna be trying to get something like a 30 millimeter, a 50 millimeter on that lens. That is just a prime lens. Maybe a cinema lens, but I'm not going to be I'm going to try and not spend more money on a lens than on the camera because I'm not that kind of filmmaker.
And that lens is going to set you back $300.
Oh, $300. So that puts it up to still a little cheaper than the Sony's.
$30 by itself. Now, let's get to the inside. You have a Digic X processor with dual pixel AF2, which is the same that you find in the R6 Mark II, so you know you're getting great autofocus.
Nice.
The same 24 megapixel APS-C sensor as the R50, the same exact. It is not image stabilized. You do not have image stabilization in here, and the reason you don't have that built in is because price. You want to keep the price down. That's why it does not have that. Now, new here, you have cropped 4K 60p, which is an option. Right now, I'm not sure how much it actually crops. I haven't had a lot of time to work with the camera, but you are seeing the video, which we are shooting 4K at 23:9.
Oh.
9:8. You are seeing the video, which we are shooting 4K at 23:9:8 to give us that cinematic look. You can now.
That's not what I want. Oh, that is not what I want. This, the Canon might not be it. The Canon, 4K 60.
record in 10-bit 422 in H.265 or H.264 without needing to be in log, just like with the R5 Mark II, as well as the Cinema cameras. You also now have C-Log 3 and other custom picture profiles from the Cinema series, which is why this is a vloggy style camera, and you have some of the higher end features that you are used to with those other cameras. Now, just like the R5 Mark II, you finally have the option to bake in or not bake in the audio when you're shooting slow motion. And a mode that I like to call the Peter McKinnon mode, where you add the cinematic bars, there is a one-click button to do that. Now, keep in mind, those bars are baked in when you do that. Now, in terms of still features, it's the same still features that you get.
I'm not going
with
to
the
care about still
R50.
features.
You are getting 15 frames per second with the electronic shutter, 12 frames per second with the first curtain electronic, and this camera will set you back $649 for the body only, or as a kit, $849 with the new 14 to 30 lens, which I am using right now.
Okay.
So the biggest question of all is, should you get this or a R50? Now, if you are looking for video-centric camera, this is going to be the one for you. You can.
I'm now really concerned. RV specs. Can it shoot? Canon. Can you give me a clear picture? Whatever. Specifications. Block. Recording. Don't care about that. File size, approximate shots, file numbering, picture style. Video shooting, that's what I want. Okay. 4K UHD only, 3840 by 2160, oversampled from 6K. 4K crop, 3840, 2160, not oversampled. Okay, here we go. Okay. So, movie bit rate and file size up to here. Okay, so we could record in HEVC YCC 422 420. Okay. So we would need a card speed of that, which all these would need cards, because the nice thing about the Blackmagic family of cards is that I could just buy like a T7 Shield from Samsung for like $150. That's 2 terabytes to just record onto, and it's done. These, it's not so simple. So, what do we got? So we've got on a 512 gigabyte card. We're looking at 7.5 hours. We're looking at 5 hours on 422. 128 gigabyte card. We're looking at shy of 2 hours. A little over 1 hour. Let's see, video speed class V60 or higher. How much is that gonna run us? SD card, video speed 60. And how much are these cards going to cost? A 128, which is not what they were showing that. So getting over an hour, getting about 2 hours. UHS V60 or higher. So if I'm going to shoot in 10-bit 422, it's going to require a V60. Which I don't know what that means. Well, that has a V60 on it. So a 256, and they're showing 512. So a 1 terabyte V30, that's not going to work. V90, ooh. That's for the Switch 2, isn't it? Hold on. SD card V60. 1 terabyte. That's a 1 terabyte V60, which would get me around either 10 hours or 15 hours. For 100 and all right, so I don't need that, but how much is a 512? $512 is about $90. Okay. Yeah, about $90 is what you get for that. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
See the quality of it because I'm using it right now with an ND filter because it's super bright.
I want to see someone compare this and this.
Changeable lens camera with 10-bit capabilities. My first thought was, I've got to verse this against the ZVE10 Mark II.
Okay, so
here we have two very
yes,
capable
it does.
cameras with similar specs. In fact, I'm wondering why Canon decided to put a V on the end of the R50's name.
Hi, Monaka. Yeah, film. It's all math. Everything boils down to math.
Was this a shot at the Sony's ZV lineup? Either way, I have fully tested out these cameras' capabilities, and I put my results side by side so that you could form.
Oh, wait a minute. All right, so this is going to compare the 6700 and the RV50. This Film Alliance might be our guy to look at. This is probably the next one that we're going to look at. Or whatever.
From your own opinion. Both cameras do have electronic stabilization, and as you can see here, Camera B delivers a cleaner, more stable image.
I can already tell you, Camera B is going to be the Sony. Camera A is going to be the Canon. Canon does terrible in dark. It just doesn't. Those are Canon colors if I ever seen one. This is Sony.
With less warping and jitter. And when I threw both cameras onto a dual...
Yeah, I can already tell. This is Canon. This is Sony. These are Sony colors. These are Canon colors.
Tripod stand for a tone curve response test. I noticed that camera A crushes the shadows a lot more.
Yeah, because Canon crushes everything.
Lifts the shadows slightly, which will preserve more of that mid-tone and shadow detail in the foliage.
Vanity Island magazine blogs, TikTok vintage camcorder, the pink travel camera. What? Ah, yes. My next camera. This looks like something you'd buy your kid who's into Barbie. Oh, it's under $30. That explains so much. What the? Wow. Wow.
On the ground, which will result in a more balanced and tonal.
Hi, Xmas. How you doing?
Less contrast, but greater visibility in the dark areas. I know a lot of people shoot in 1080p still, so I tested out 1080p in 120 frames per second. And from the initial look to me, it looks like the only real difference is in the color.
It makes everything look nostalgic because it's using sensors from like literally 30 years ago because they're cheap as shit.
But when I scale in, I can see that camera A produces a slightly softer image with muted and less accurate colors. while camera B delivers a sharper detail and more vibrant, true-to-life colors, and this is the standard color profile straight out of camera. However, that could be due to the lenses that I was using, which I will talk about in a minute. When comparing skin tones, there's a very subtle difference, but camera A does look slightly more natural and true to life to me, with warmer tones.
Yeah,
and a
Canon.
balance. While camera B
You're describing Canon. Anyone that knows cameras knows you're talking Canon.
60 frames per second, camera B delivers a noticeably sharp and more detailed image, while camera A looks slightly softer with less clarity in the fine textures. Some of these tests are slightly skewed because of the glass that I had on both cameras. I used the Canon RFS 18 to 45mm f4.5 to 6.3 on the R50V, and the Sony 16 to 50mm f3.5 to 5.6 on the end of the Sony, which is also the kit lens. And I also used the Sigma 10 to 18mm f2.8 on both cameras so that we could get a real apples to apples test. We will talk about lens selection for both of these cameras later in the video. This is not a biased comparison. This video is not sponsored by Sony or by Canon. In fact, this video is not sponsored by anyone. It doesn't affect...
Okay, I get it. Free project files, stabilization, pricing, skin tones, log, autofocus, image quality, grip attachments. I don't care. Green screen is actually kind of important to me.
Product shot, the ZV-E10 Mark II did a lot better than the Canon. The Canon
Okay.
didn't even really key out the green screen background
Okay.
unless I did some heavy post-production work, whereas I like to just be able to drag on my keyer onto my timeline and have the green screen disappear. I lit the green screen exactly the same with both of these shots. Alright, let's talk about usability and design.
So, the Sony EV10 II might be a little bit nicer for me because I do a lot of stuff with green screen when I'm shooting live things. I like to just be able to drag on my keyer onto my timeline and have the green screen disappear. I lit the green screen exactly the same with both of these shots. Alright, let's talk about usability and design. The grip with the ZV-E10 Mark II is much better than the Canon. And let's see if I was right about my selection that saying camera A was Canon and camera B.
When it comes to lens selection, Sony blows the Canon out of the way.
Really?
There are and Tamron.
There.
If you're on a budget of, let's say, $1,000, the Canon R50V body alone, which costs $649, is a crazy good deal. And if you want to buy a used Sigma 18 to 50 f2.8, you'd have a great setup, possibly under $1,000. However, if you do have a little bit more money, I would recommend picking up the ZV-E10 Mark II because it's just got better colors even with the kit lens. Also, I almost forgot to say that the ZV-E10 Mark II has a dual native ISO, one at 800 and the other at 2500.
Anyone that knows cameras could say that you see crushed blacks, you see really nice skin tones, it's a Canon. You see detail in darkness, it's a Sony. And Nikon fits wherever Nikon fits.
And one of its biggest perks is that you have a whole massive lineup of lenses that you can choose from. And to throw even more information into the mix and to strip...
Which, again, like I said earlier in this, the benefit of the EV10 II and the A6700 would be I already own the lenses for them. But they are more expensive camera bodies.
A little bit more. I'd say do a little bit of research on the Nikon Z52. All right, let me know which one of these two cameras you liked better.
Probably the Sony.
I've been craving some night shots lately.
All right, I don't care. Blind test. We have camera A, camera B, camera C, and he's comparing the R50V. That's the Canon. I can already tell you, camera A is the Canon. Camera B is camera B might be the Fuji. This is a little harder. I'm seeing slightly more, but I think it's the camera angle. I think it's the camera angle's not exactly the same on camera C and B, but yeah.
Struggling in this low light environment. Now, camera B, on the other hand, is a step up. The contrast is better, the edges are more defined, and it handles the highlights a lot more gracefully. There's still some noise, especially in those darker areas, but the overall balance...
I'm not interested in the XM5,
and in this particular shot, camera
honestly.
C has the cleanest shot out of all three. The shadows are deep without losing detail, the skin tones look more lifelike, and the image is overall sharper. In my opinion, camera C is the strongest performer in this shot.
Camera C
But
might
an
be the
interesting thing
Fuji.
happens when we go into pitch black dark nighttime shots with a little bit of lighting in the distance, and we switch all cameras over to 4000 ISO. All three cameras come
Camera
with
C is Fuji.
both image quality
Camera
and
B is
production. Camera
the
A has a lot more
the Sony.
noise because there aren't any midtones for us to see all of that noise, and the software inside the camera.
Oh, camera C might be the Sony, and camera B might be the Fuji.
Which to me is a great perk when you're in a run and gun situation. Now, this is not a biased comparison.
Oh my God.
Also, as a thank you for being a part of my journey, you can download the footage.
Yes,
or
yes,
see
yes.
on the Film Alliance. We're gonna view their highlights. If you guessed that camera A was the Canon R50V, camera B was the Sony A67,
Yeah.
and camera C was the Fuji XM5, then you were correct, my friend. Please let me know how you knew. I probably could have guessed the Canon because it has the smallest sensor, but for the other two, I would have had no idea.
Okay, so I don't think I think I'm off the can. I don't think I want the can anymore because I would have to buy new lenses, and looking at a lens, I would need a what lenses do Canon RF. Canon RF lens. Let's say I shoot for a 30 millimeter. One of the cheaper end lenses. We're looking at an additional. A kit lens is $320. $329. We're looking at 1,028. But if I go up to like a 50 millimeter lens that's not Canon with autofocus, I mean, that brings the price down significantly, but I'm stuck at that 50 millimeter point. I'd prefer to keep it at 30 millimeters, which for a decent 30 millimeter looks like from Canon, it's 404. Which does only bring it up to 1,100. And I could just get like a cheaper like Yongnuo ones. I have those. They work perfectly fine. The Canon would be the cheapest one to do. Now let's take a look at like the Sony. So if we look up Sony A6700, Jason Vong makes some good videos. Before we do that though, let's look up Sony A6700. Let's look up their specs and make sure it can do what I want. It should be able to do what I want. Go away. Go away. Okay, features. I just want specifications. More video data formats, USB streaming. Don't care about that. Okay, wait. So this is over the USB streaming. It can only do 1080 60, which is ideal. Recording for still image, recording for these. Movie recording. Okay, so we've got a 4 oh shit. Okay. So, movie recording in 4K, which is the main thing that I'm looking for. It can do 60 frames a second, 50, 30, 25, and 24 in 422. If I do 420, I go down to... Oh, yeah, that's not great. All right, so that's 10-bit. 8-bit 4K, we get up to 120, 160. So I would actually be able to do 120. Okay. Or I could do 10-bit 4K at 120. Is this the only one that can do 10K? Or 4K 10-bit? In 422? Oh. This might be the only one that... hold on. Is the Sony EV10, is it capable of 120? I'm not, I don't think I'm ever going to be using 120, but it would be some, it puts a, makes it a little nice. More functions. USB streaming up to 1080 in 60. Yep, that's good. Because these would also need to work as a I need them to be able to record in 4K 60, at minimum 4K 60, as well as be able to put out at least 1080 60 to the PCs. Where is it? Capture recording formats. Why are you not telling me what you can record at? ISO, exposure. Here we go. Okay. So, recording system movies. We've got 4K 10-bit at 60. At 50. Okay. Movie recording in 4K. Okay. So this one would work really well too. So that one would. I think the Lumex is just out. The price is just insane compared to the others. I mean, we're starting at, for just a body alone, it would be, it's $1,700. So, ban that person. It's, do I want to upgrade to a A60, from an A66 to an A67, or do I go for a EV10 or a Canon? I don't know about the Canon now.
Do everything from turning everyday snaps into extraordinary photos or making your life into a cinematic masterpiece. Then I think I got the camera for you. This is the Sony A6700. And
all right, do you have best lenses? Don't care, I already own the lenses. Why it's better than this cinema camera?
Turn on sunny weather and settings and you get better visibility in bright environments. But if it's also too bright outdoors, you also have an electronic viewfinder that you can look through to make sure that your footage is in focus and properly exposed. And I would argue that this is the biggest thing that beats the FX30, which is the cinema version of this camera. But I'll let you in on a little secret. The video quality between the two cameras are practically the same. However, this only has one SD card slot versus two on the FX30.
How much is an FX30? How much is an FX30? We're not going to be looking at the FX30. Holy shit. $1,800 for... Holy shit. Yeah, we're not going to be looking at the FX30.
But I wouldn't worry about that unless you have external pressure from clients. That's when you want to record to two cards at once, just so you have a backup in case something bad happens to one. But if you're only doing this for you, just buy a reliable card, which I'll link some of my favorites down below. Now, even though this camera is small, the grip is quite meaty, so you'll always have a solid grip on reality.
Why not? Because the A6700 is already $1,500. I mean, right now the price is kind of leaning me towards a Canon. But I do already own lenses. But I mean, fuck.
Let's talk video quality. Crisp. Highest resolution output is 4K, but the sensor inside is technically a 6.2K sensor, meaning it's shooting 6.2K, but all that detail is jammed into a 4K box, so your videos are gonna look extra clean, whether you're shooting fashion, tech, camping, whatever you're into. However,
These lenses are not worth
on
anything.
video capabilities is how ridiculously easy the pro movie workflow is, making this camera a cinematic dream. The A6700 can shoot S-Log3 10-bit 422, meaning you have a lot of workable color and light data, and you can really push those data without breaking your footage, so you can make your movies look however you want. But the best thing about this workflow is that you can import LUTs into your camera to preview what your footage would look like before you actually grade it. That's nuts. Just less than a couple years ago, we would have to get a whole nother external monitor just to be able to do this, but now it's built into the camera. However, if you don't want to grade, you don't want all that fuss, but you still want that cinematic look, we can shoot with the picture profile as Cinetone. Man, those skin tones look so clean with S-Cinetone. Now, because of all of this, the A6700 really rivals a lot of full-frame cameras. Not only can it shoot 4K 60p, but also 4K 120 frames per second, which both the full-frame A7C II and A7CR cannot do. Maybe an overkill, but hey, it's an advantage if you want super slow motion. Just keep in mind though, there is a slight crop in 4K 120, but that's
So, okay. I don't know if the A6700 is necessarily worth it, because it sounds like it's an extra like $300 just to get slow motion. And I'm not interested in anything higher frames than 4K 60. Like, as long as it can hit 4K 60, I'm happy with it.
normal in prosumer cameras right now. Now, personally, I never had issues with overheating even while filming in the humid summers of Japan. Regardless of seasons though, each clip we would record is no more than 5 minutes at a time, which honestly is a pretty long time when you're holding it. Unless you're planning on recording a long performance on a tripod, but even then, this camera can go on for at least 2 hours of straight recording in 4K 24 10-bit 422 in reasonable temperatures. But of course, if you do a lot of long 4K recordings, like I'm talking podcasts that go over a couple of hours, you do a lot of serious production work in hot environments, then sure, yeah, go with the FX30 instead, because that has a built-in...
Shit. Okay. I was not expecting to hear that. That makes it relatively
fan to help cool down the camera.
not.
But we're talking about an everyday camera here, and the A6700 wins in form factor. So as of recording this video, we do have another player in town, the brand new ZV-E10 Mark II, which is even lighter and smaller. And while it does give very similar video results, it lacks the in-body image stabilization, which I was making a big fuss about earlier.
Which I don't care about, because it's all going to be on a fucking tripod anyway. Maybe I go with an EV10.
And I cannot stress enough how not having in-body image stabilization really limits your lens choices down to the lens that do have lens stabilization, or what Sony calls it, optical steady.
I don't care about that.
And trust me, there are not that many out there. With the A6700, you can use manual lenses, cinema lenses, and with a proper adapter, even Canon lenses, and still have steady footage. Again, we're going for a camera here that's going to last you for a very long time. However, I would try to stick with native Sony lenses or third-party lenses designed for Sony just because of their reliable autofocus system. Sony's notorious for their autofocus tracking, especially for human face and eye autofocus. Tracking subjects at f1.4 is literally the hardest thing to do, but this camera is doing it. And I know I keep talking about video, but yes, this can take some pretty dang good photos as well. It shoots 26 megapixels
Don't care about
raw,
photos.
Pretty
Downsides.
the perfect camera. There's no joystick, so it's a bit hard to move your focus points around, but you can tap on the screen to adjust your focus points.
Irrelevant to me.
Also, it's micro HDMI only as opposed to a full-size HDMI,
Yeah.
which again, that's the reason why this camera is so small. So unless you want to bulk up your whole rig with a monitor setup, which you can, and it can look pretty sick, I wouldn't worry about it. But I do really wish this camera can shoot S-Log3 with the LUTs in photo mode, because that would really rival Fujifilm simulation. But nothing a little editing won't fix.
I have a camera just for you.
So this entire video was inspired by Peace Gates. He recommended the full-frame A7C II, and I agree with a lot of his points. But I wanted to make this video because the A7C II is $2,200 versus the A6700, which is just $1,400. And these are both body-only prices. Get that Sigma 18-50 that I was talking about earlier, and you still won't reach the A7C2's price. The A6700 is more on the budget, but still offers almost everything the A7C2 has to offer, and in some cases, more, minus the full-frame sensor, of course. And I'll link my recommended starter kit in the description box below. This camera will be a solid investment for the next 3 to 5 years, in my opinion, and the only thing that you would need to upgrade in between then is maybe pick up a new lens. Camera tech is already so good, but it's always going to be the lenses that will breathe a whole new life into an.
Yeah, I don't really care about that. So I think the Sony A67 is out for me. I think the Sony A67 is out for me. So that brings us down to a Canon R50V and the Sony EV10 II for the camera that I would want to spend money on. So let's close some of these tabs and let's look at the secondhand market. Let's Sony EV10, shut the fuck up and doxing me. Sony EV10 II. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh man, an A1000. Holy shit. All right, now we're going down a little bit of like old school. Oh my god. Wow. This camera came out in like 2006. Holy crap. That is a time capsule. The first alpha camera from Sony. God damn. All right, it doesn't look like anyone's trying to sell their EV10 IIs. Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's really trying to sell their EV10 IIs. But if we go to Canon R50V, same price. All right, $699. All right, so we'll go to Amazon and we'll look up Canon RF lens. So what I would want is a good 50 millimeter and a good 30 millimeter lens. Which the kit lens would probably be fine. $500 for a 35, which would put this up into EV10 territory. 30 millimeter. Or there is this from Sigma. And the downside to the Canon is that it's not going to play as nice with green screens. So if we look up the Sony EV10 II, is there a used one? Sony EV10. Oh, that's the old EV10. That's not the EV10 II. And the old EV10 might actually work. How is the I/O on this look? So the I/O, you get micro HDMI, a headphone jack, a microphone jack, and a USB for plug-in power. And I would have to record onto an SD card. I have to record onto an SD card no matter what. Unless I were to go to Blackmagic, which it doesn't make sense for me to get a Blackmagic anymore. I realize that. The thing that I don't like about both of these is how the screen flips out for your viewfinder. It flips out directly into the IO. So I'm not the biggest fan of that. Oh, wait. This is with a 1650. How much is the body only for... Okay, it's a little cheaper. $998. It's a little cheaper to get it with the body only, which is... I wouldn't need another kit lens from Sony. Like, I already own the 16 to 50 millimeter lens. I don't need a second one. And there is a rig. There is a small rig cage. Available for the camera. Okay. And having a cage would actually be really nice for quickly moving on and off. Like if I use a gimbal, and that's another thing, a gimbal would make this. Oh. Okay. Is there a small rig for the Canon EOS R50? There is. Okay. We have to look into this because, all right, so I've already decided that I'm not going to be buying a PlayStation 5 Pro. I'm not going to be buying a Switch 2. My next purchase is going to be a nicer camera because I want to get on with my review series of Call of Duty, which if I look at my stuff, where's my script for that? That is how bad is that going along? That script, I think I need to do a little bit more voiceover for. And if Vegas 20 ever loads, or Vegas 21 ever fucking loads, you gonna load? I can see where I am in that editing process. I think I have 2 more sections to record to finish up editing down and then render the whole thing out for this. Oh my god, I've opened it twice. Okay. Exit out of that while the second instance loads. God damn it. It's been a while since that's not good. It's been a while since I've opened Vegas 21. Okay, numbers. Open existing project. All right, so I've got all of these. Oh, I have everything in. Hold on. What? Let's open up the primary section and see. How close am I to... I didn't think I was that close. Am I closer than I thought? I should do a review of the anime DCU. Why wouldn't I be able to use clips? I would be able to claim them under there's a thing that you can claim them under that, and like I'm, as long as I'm not like just playing whole episodes. Creative Commons license. Yeah, as long as I put it under the Creative Commons license, like, and as long as I'm not doing like 5 minutes of uninterrupted, just like, I'm not talking over it, I'm not explaining anything. If I just shut up and be like, boom, Kevin, off. Be right back. I gotta go feed a dog. You're annoying. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so excuse me. All right, so what do we got? We have... That's the preamble. All right, Vorkuta's done. SSD is done. Oh, wait. Am I...
He would
Am I
die
talking over this stuff?
before he gives up on Nova 6.
Is this section completely done?
Reznov questions
It
me
is!
about Vorkuta. Ask
Okay. All right. So, Fate... Oh, wait. Didn't I upload this to the channel already? Did I already upload this to the channel? Hold on. YouTube. Just go to the channel. Whew, I'm losing subscribers because I'm not uploading anything. Yeah, I know. Content. Call of Duty. I did upload it to the channel. Phase 3. Phase 3 is uploaded to the channel. So, if Phase 3 is already uploaded to the channel and that goes through Project Nova, I am here. That means I have Victor Charlie, Crash Site, WMD, Payback, Rebirth, Revelations, Redemption, 5, Terminal, the Tertiary, and the Conclusion. So 11 more items to edit. I'm like halfway through all of this. And I think I just need to do a little bit of VO and get it done I'm going to do a big push on this stuff. I don't know how long this is going to be because I'm apparently only halfway through and I'm at about the hour 10 mark. But it'll be real interesting and good, and Vegas 21 is already crashing on me. Oh my goodness. Do not send that crash report. Anyway, so yeah, I think the plan is to buy a an EV10 Mark II for the channel, and that'll be fun. That'll be good. Gives me something to save up for, because I'm thinking about it, and like I've written down a ton of games for like that I would like on PS5 Pro. Thinking about it now though, like I don't have a TV in this room that would make sense to you to like, because the idea of using the PS5 Pro is for better performance. I wouldn't be able to really show that on stream. And the only TV that I have that would properly take advantage of the PS5 Pro is my 77-inch OLED I have in my other room. So the only way I'd be able to actually make use of that is, and don't you dare suggest this, I would move my entire streaming setup out of this room and just make my entire living room a stream setup. I'm not... That would be kind of badass, though. Just making my entire living room a... That would be kind of badass. Shit. All right. Move the streaming setup into the garage. No, that it is too hot. I live in the southern part of Texas. It would be a swamp to move it out there. I would die. All of my electronics would die. I would have to insulate that garage, and like, holy shit, I would die. I would only be able to stream during the cold parts of the year, which for Texas, in where I live in Texas, that's about 2 months out of the year. I enjoy AC. Oh my god. Let's move over to the console and get into some Shadow Moses bullshit. I might do that. Would it be interesting to move it into... That would motivate me to keep my entire living room cleaner than it is. What do I do with my couch? Like, what do I do with this couch? And what would I do with the other couch in that room? I don't think I should... It would be interesting. Manaka, are you saying move my couch? What are you saying? Is Liza P only $30 or is that just for the deal? That's just for the DLC. Never mind. I was gonna say if Liza P is $30, I'll be broke as fuck, but I'll buy that. All right. I'll say right now, I've been playing a lot of Death Stranding 2. Phenomenal game. Really enjoy it. Holy shit. But they like to do a lot of bullshit. They certainly like their bullshit in Death Stranding. All right. Oh, I'm hearing a lot of static. One moment while I fix that. Move your bedroom back to... shit, I can't. What are you saying? Move your bedroom back to the OG room. Keep the black couch in the bedroom. Put the couch where your bedroom is now. What? Doesn't make any sense. Makes sense. Let's record. Hey, we're recording. Okay. Let's load a game. Storage. Media. Medi room. The Medi room. Complete. We don't need to read the mission log.
Monaka said Alexa play Invisible by Duran Duran.
Damn, I caught a cold. That witch. She took my clothes.
I know how to beat
What
this.
the hell are you doing?
If I just sit here, he'll come in, and then I can attack him. Is it not going to work because he saw me do this?
Snake, are you okay? I've been better.
How's Meryl?
They've got her. Damn. Snake, the government has decided not to give in to their
I
demands.
think I heard this one
We're trying
already.
to buy some more time. Come on, Colonel. Why don't you stop playing dumb? I'm sorry about Meryl, but I want the lies to end now. What are you talking about? Metal Gear was designed to launch a new type of nuclear warhead, wasn't it? You knew it all along, didn't you? Why did you try to hide it? I'm sorry. Can't tell the grunts, huh? You've changed a lot. Metal Gear, secret advanced nuclear weapons research. Does the White House know about this? How deep does it go? As far as I know, as of yesterday, the president had not been briefed about the
Grandpa Ben.
Need to know basis, is that the idea? These are sensitive times.
Oh, right. You were telling me, Manaka, that this guy played a guy in Ben 10.
Plausible deniability, huh? Yes. And tomorrow, the president and his Russian counterpart are scheduled to sign the START 3 Accord. I get it. That's the reason for the deadline.
That's right, Snake. And that's why we can't let this terrorist attack go public. We still haven't even ratified START 2 or dealt with the issue of TMDs. This has to do with the President's reputation and America's place as the dominant superpower.
So patriotism is your excuse for circumventing the Constitution?
Please, Snake. Just stop them.
Why should I?
Because you're the only one who can.
In that case, tell me the truth about this new type of nuclear warhead.
I told you before. I don't know the details.
I don't believe you. If the situation is so serious, why don't you give in to their demands? Let them have Big Boss's remains.
You see?
Or is there some reason that you can't do that? Something you haven't told me about.
Publicly, the President has been very vocal in his opposition to eugenics experiments. We don't want the existence of the Genome Army to go public.
And that's the only reason? Huh. Hell with you.
I'm sorry.
The corpse of the DARPA chief is lying right here next to me.
Poor man.
But it's strange. He looks and smells like he's been dead for days. All his blood's been drained out too.
Drained?
Maybe to slow down decomposition?
I can
I have
romance
no
the
idea.
blue lady.
But the chief only died a few hours ago, right?
Right. But he's already started to decompose.
Mass
What
Effect?
could it all be about?
What are you talking
Something
about,
else
Monaka?
wanted?
I doubt it. Just the nanomachines in the transmitter.
Did the chief tell them his detonation code?
I'm afraid so. It looks like they've got both codes and are nearly ready to launch.
Damn. Is there any way to prevent it?
It seems that there's some type of emergency override device that can cancel out the detonation code. It's a countermeasure that Arms Tech installed secretly. You have to unlock it with 3 special card keys.
And where are those keys?
I've got one of them. I don't know where the other 2 are. Besides, I'm locked up here.
We've got no choice. Forget about the keys. Your top priority now is to destroy Metal Gear itself. I'm sorry to have to lay it all in your lap, but you're all I've got. Bust out of there and get to the communications tower. Also,
What?
I know it's asking a lot.
Meryl, right?
Yeah,
I'll save her.
thanks.
Right, I don't think it's gonna work because he saw me do it. Now, what if I just stay out of his sight?
Shut up in there, will ya? Shut up! Snake, it's showtime. Ocelot wants you.
Oh, I have to mash again.
Okay, I'll tell you once more.
Xmas lied to me.
Press the circle button repeatedly.
Xmas lied to me.
When you've had enough, press the select button to submit. When your life reaches 0, the game is over. There are
All right.
continues.
We
my
have to
friend.
save Meryl.
I fought
We
wars
have
in
to
Afghanistan,
save Meryl.
Mozambique, Eritrea,
We have to get the
and
good
Chad.
ending.
Among the Mujahideen guerrillas, I was known and feared as Shalashaska,
Shalasaska.
trained by the Russian GRU. I am not like one of those KGB slugs. To me, this isn't torture. It's a sport. You're all just a bunch of sadists.
I also have to remember not to press the big button.
Well, shall we begin?
So the 2-finger technique doesn't work for me, Xmas. Smashing my thumb down and pushing the controller up in an off works better for me. Oh my god. Rest.
How would you like that?
We're good? We're good?
Shall we go again?
We're good? I'm losing it. I'm losing it.
Had enough yet?
Shit, maybe I switched to two
We're
finger.
not finished yet.
Okay.
You still okay?
Oh my god.
Want me to go on?
No.
Can you take one more?
Fuck. One more. For Meryl. We did it.
You're a strong man.
Oh.
Well, that's enough for now, I think.
Oh my god.
We live in a sad age. Imperialism, totalitarianism, perestroika. 20th century Russia has had its share of problems, but at least they had an ideology. Russia today has nothing.
They're struggling between freedom and order, and with that struggle, a new spirit of nationalism has been born.
The boss has a close friend high up in the Russian government. He's currently the head of Spetsnaz. He's agreed to purchase this new nuclear weapons system. The Hind was just a down payment.
So you're in this for money?
I don't need money.
How dare you say I need money? I'm not a capitalist.
New world order.
Wait, what did he say? I missed that. Shit. We survived another day. Whew.
You okay, Snake?
No.
Yeah. Nothing new to report.
Snake, is there anything I can do?
Send me rations.
My arm hurts.
My arm does hurt.
I'll increase the level of painkillers in your blood.
Okay, but you can leave out the Benzedrine. That stuff makes me too frisky.
Cool.
I guess you're not feeling too bad after all. Snake, put the controller up against your arm.
What?
Don't worry, it'll feel good.
Huh?
Oh,
What?
here I go.
Okay, I'm trusting you. Oh. Oh.
How does that feel, Snake?
It doesn't.
How'd you do that?
I stimulated your muscle fibers with the nanomachine cilia. That's about all I can do for you.
Naomi,
The
please
lamest
talk
way
to
to
me.
say I made the controller vibrate.
Take my mind off the pain.
What can I say?
Anything.
I'm not a very good talker.
What are you wearing?
Tell me about yourself.
Myself. That's a tough one.
Any family?
That's not a happy topic.
Woman, I am being tortured. Make something up.
No. Wait. There was a man who said he was my father.
Where is he?
Dead. By my own hand.
Big Boss.
What? Big Boss? I had no idea.
There was no way you could.
As someone who's not played through Metal Gear or Metal Gear 2,
Only Snake and I know the real truth of what happened there.
So, is it true? Was Big Boss really your father?
That's what he said.
maybe I should go back and try
That's
those.
all I know.
And you were able to kill him? Knowing that?
Yup.
How?
Wanted it. Besides, some people just need killing.
That's patricide.
Yup. That's the trauma that Mantis was talking about. The one we share in common.
Is that why you left Foxhound?
Let's just say that I needed to be alone for a while, and Alaska was the perfect place.
Snake. I didn't have a real family either. Just a big brother who put me through school. We weren't even blood related, and he was much older than me.
Where is he?
Dead.
He's dead.
Oh shit, I didn't mean that.
Sorry.
Snake, is there a woman in your life?
After you've been through as many wars as me, it's hard to trust anyone.
Friends?
Roy Campbell.
You're still calling me friend?
Is that it?
No. There was another. Frank Yeager.
What?
Big Boss's most trusted lieutenant, and the only member of Foxhound ever to receive the code name Fox. Gray Fox.
I learned a lot from him.
But didn't you try to kill each other?
It's true. We did, in Zanzibar. But it was nothing personal. We were just professionals on opposite sides, that's all.
And you still call yourself friends?
Hard to believe. War is no reason to end a friendship.
That's insane.
I first met him on the battlefield.
Men!
He was being held a prisoner of outer heaven, but he didn't look like a prisoner to me. He was always so cool and precise. I was still green, and he showed me the ropes.
You knew him well?
No. We never talked about our personal lives. Sort of an unwritten rule. The next time
That's truly like every guy relationship right there.
we were fighting barehanded in a minefield. I know it sounds strange to most people, but we were just two soldiers doing our jobs. It's like a sport.
Men in their games. You're like wild animals.
You're right. We are animals.
So if you were friends, then how do you explain the ninja's behavior?
I don't know.
It's your genes. They make you predisposed towards violence.
You really like talking about genes, Naomi. Why did you get into genetic research anyway?
I never knew who my parents were, or even what they looked like. I guess I got into genetics because I wanted to figure out why I am the way I am.
So you studied about DNA?
Yeah. I thought if I studied my genetic structure, I'd find out who I really was. I thought that by analyzing a person's genetic information, I could retrieve the blank spots in that person's memory.
Memory is stored in DNA?
We're not sure, but we know that a person's genetic fate is determined just by the sequence of the 4 bases in their DNA.
So what about my fate? You know my DNA sequence, don't you?
Your fate? I'm sorry, I have no idea.
Of course not. You're a scientist, not a fortune teller.
Snake, you're gonna grow really, really old. Oh, is this? Yes, yes. Go shit yourself. Go shit yourself. Go shit yourself. Yes. All right, we can escape. Now, I think we just have to sit here. I think I just sit here. Wait for him to come back.
Hey, I'm here.
Oh! Otacon! What?
It's me, Otacon. Wow, they even captured.
I don't remember this.
Hurry, get me out of here. Let me go. That hurts. Hurry up. Is that how you ask a guy a favor?
Yes.
Let me go.
That's exactly how you ask a favor from another man.
It's like an animal's cage. Oh, what a smell. Because of him.
Otacon,
Yeah.
realize the moment and let me the fuck out of this cage before Charlotte comes back. You don't know what that man does.
This lock won't open with a security card. You need a key like the soldiers carry. So what are you doing here then? I thought you might be hungry. If you need more food, I can bring some more later.
You brought me a can of tuna and ketchup.
I got you this level 6 card. It'll get you out of that torture room. Here, take this too. What's this? It's a handkerchief. I got it from Sniper Wolf. Why?
What?
I don't know why, but she's nice to me.
Sounds like Stockholm Syndrome to me.
I was taking care of the dogs here. After the terrorists took over, they were planning to shoot all the dogs.
Oh, no.
But Sniper Wolf stopped them.
Good.
She even let me feed them when I asked.
Oh.
She likes dogs. She must be a good person. Please don't.
You know what?
Wake up, you.
I bet she
She's
is.
the one who shot Meryl.
Oh, it was a battlefield thing, Snake.
They're planning to launch a nuke. I've got to stop
It was nothing personal.
The communication.
Shooting Meryl.
First, you have to get
In the groin,
Come on.
then the arm,
Fast.
then the shoulder,
That guard.
then the groin again,
You'll have to take him
and
out.
the ass, and the foot.
Soldier, I can't take anybody out.
Totally not personal.
I'll be killed. Oh, jeez. He's coming back. See you later.
Oh no! Ocelot!
Wait.
Ocelot! Wait. Get in. Get in. I have full health. Okay. Okay. I have full health. Where is he? There he is.
He's gone.
Okay. 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 Yes. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I did it. I fucking did it. We are the best. Okay. Get my gear. All right. We're ready for a sneaking mission now. I need to get there, but they have a camera trained on it, so I can't really do that. What's in here? Campbell.
To get to the underground base where Metal Gear is, you'll have to climb the communications tower on the north side of the cave.
All right, Master, help me.
Now that you've got your stuff back, you should take a good look through it. If you're slow equipping an item in battle, it could mean death.
That's fair. All right, let's talk with Otacon.
Looks like you escaped. I'm glad.
No thanks to you.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Dick.
Thought you'd be able to figure out what my plan was.
What plan?
About. I was just lucky that security was careless.
What plan, Otacon? You gave me a ketchup packet and a can of tuna. Not even a can opener.
You caught Snake?
This is 1999. They don't have pull tabs yet.
Good luck, Snake.
Okay, I think if I throw a chaff grenade, right? Yeah, it'll jam that, allowing me to get through without triggering the alarm. Yeah. Shit. All right, there's the elevator. Where am I? Oh, wait, I'm all the way back here. Oh. I'm all the way back here. Yeah. So do I try and use the elevator? I've got to get to the communication tower. So I think I've got to use the elevator. Nope. Fuck. Go. In the elevator. Basement 2. I think it's basement 2. No, I don't want basement 2. I want basement 1. I want top floor. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't want basement 2. I want top floor. Then I can go through the nuclear facility, through the this is how I want to go. Now let's make sure. Yeah, those are gone. We'll be able to cross this. Where's my mine detector? Timer B and press circle while menu is open.
That was a close one, Snake.
Ocelot, you'll pay for that.
Oh! He put shit in my inventory. That's why. Oh, now I get why they were telling me to check my inventory. That sneaky bitch. Oh. I got an idea. Never mind, I don't need to use my idea. Now, is there something over here that I need to do? I mean, there's an item there. Full on rations. I think I need to get up there. Oh, shit. That was close. That was close. Holy shit. That's why I don't like this game. Okay, go. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Yep, I was not good. Aw, shit. Box? Save me!
Just a box.
Just a box. I'm just a box. I'm just a box. I'm just a box. I think it's basement 1. Because basement 2 is where we found Otacon and used the Nikita. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so now we'll go. I guess that is a 5. Now we'll go through here. guess they did clean up his body. Okay. Now, I wonder if I use the handkerchief. If I use the handkerchief, will the dogs like me? They like me! I'm not gonna punch them. I'm not gonna... Oh my god, they fucking love me! I'm so happy. They're such a good doggies. Such a good doggies. Wait. I think I go over here? Yeah, this is the way. This is the way. I have befriended the puppers. Okay. So now we're here, which I think it's up here, here, this way, down, this way, forward? And that was it?
Save your strength.
I was a fool. I wanted to be a soldier. But war is ugly. There's nothing glamorous about it. Snake, please save yourself. Go on living and don't give up on people. Don't forget me.
Snake, about Meryl.
She bled out. There's nothing I could do.
I'm sorry.
Listen to me.
I wasn't able to protect her.
Snake, she's a soldier. She knows that prisoners are a part of war. She joined up of her own free will. I'm sure she was prepared for this.
No. You're wrong. Meryl thought she had to become a soldier. Thought it was the only way. She said she thought it would bring her closer to her dead father.
She said that?
She wasn't ready for real combat. I shouldn't have pushed her so hard. It's all my fault.
That's not like you, Snake.
Master.
Man the fuck up, Snake.
Sorry for eavesdropping.
Rub some dirt in it.
I just couldn't listen anymore.
Master.
Snake, you can have regrets if you want to. It's only natural. But you can't keep attacking yourself for things that happened in the past. That road leads to madness. Believe me.
He's right. Don't kick yourself. It doesn't suit a legend like you. I'm sure Meryl's just fine.
Mei Ling.
Snake, forget about Meryl. Stop Liquid. That's what Meryl would want too.
You're right. Meryl would say the same thing.
Snake.
What?
Meryl. She's pretty special to you, huh?
Yes, she's special. There aren't many women like her around.
That's not what I meant.
She's the Colonel's niece and a combat buddy.
Is that all? Come on.
This is like a police interrogation.
No, I
guess it's in the genes.
The genes? What are you talking about, Colonel?
No, I just remembered about Naomi's grandfather. I think Naomi said he rose as high as assistant secretary in the FBI during Edgar Hoover's time.
Is that right?
Yes. Yes, he was Japanese, and he became a special undercover investigator to nab the Mafia.
When was that?
Oh, sometime in the 50s, I guess.
Where?
New York, I think.
Naomi, I thought you didn't have any family.
Well, I researched it after I became an adult. My grandfather was already dead by the time I learned about him. I never even had the chance to meet him.
Oh.
Snake, good luck.
Watch your back,
She's
Snake.
awfully cagey. I'm not sure I trust Naomi now. I don't trust Campbell. I'm not sure I can trust Naomi either. Am I walking into a trap? This feels like... you know what? Mei-Ling, save my game.
What can I do for you, Snake?
Save my game. This feels like a trap. This feels like a trap.
The Chinese say it is the strong swimmer who most often drowns. It is because the strong swimmer overestimates his abilities and underestimates the strength of the river. You are probably quite used to the mission now, but don't get careless.
Trust me, I'm not used to this mission. This game is bullshit. Oh, there's something underneath here. FAMAS bullets. Okay, so where am I going now? Right. Okay. I thought that said level 8. I'm like, God damn it. No, it's level 6. Son of a bitch! What are you doing, Snake? Stand up! Snake, what the fuck is... Great, we got rope. God damn it. Run. No. Oh my god, what was that? Oh, I'm out of fucking... I'm out of rations. Oh god. Oh god. Just run, Snake. Oh god. Run! No! Who is calling me right now?
Snake, that's the door to the walk.
Thanks, Otacon. I'm kind of busy.
Even if I use the card.
Huh? Oh, that's right. I totally forgot.
Do you know something?
That door sometimes gets frozen shut because it's so cold outside.
Next time, tell me beforehand.
Okay.
So what should I do?
It's impossible to open from the inside. They always used C4 or something from the outside.
From the outside?
For a door?
Open it from the inside?
Sorry, it's impossible. But don't worry, you'll get through. There are 2 walkways that connect Tower A and Tower B. The other one's on the roof.
You should just use the walkway on the roof.
Okay. Oh my god, I fucking... Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious here? Oh my god! You cheap son of a bitches! I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Fuck this. How? How do they expect... I have an idea. Fuck you! Alright. Just start running. What if I use stun grenades? Right? Stun grenades? Yeah, stun grenades are gonna be the key, I think. Just keep running. Just keep running. Keep running. Just keep going. Keep going, Snake. The stun grenades are meta. I'm out of stun grenades. Alright, we're gonna have to go back to the FAMAS. Oh god. Hold on. What if I just use real grenades? Oh god. Fuck. Alright, that's not as effective. We're just gonna have to use the FAMAS. Wait, I got an idea. I got an idea. Fuck off with... Yes, use that. Holy shit. Takes two... This is such... I'm just holding Claymore. We really are the best soldier that round. I just want to say how bullshit that was. Mei Ling!
What can I do for you, Snake?
Never have me do that again.
There's a Chinese proverb, the mind cannot be in two places at once. Make sure that you're not thinking of something else during the mission, okay?
Alright. I'm out of stun grenades, and I'm on top of a roof. Isn't this a boss fight? like this was where a boss fight would happen. If I was designing a game, I would put a boss fight here. Are there enemies? Well, that looks like a boss fight.
Damn!
Snake! I'm afraid I can't let you get past here.
Okay.
Liquid.
You're not going any farther. Die!
It's a long way down. If only I had a rope.
I have a rope.
I should be able to use that rope I got.
What are you going to do? Take on a hind with your bare
If only I had a rope.
Now.
I should be able to use that rope I got.
If I stay here, I'm finished.
Let's use a rope. Just take your time, Snake. Just take your time. What? I don't think I got here. All right.
Here's how to repel.
Thanks.
Press the X button to jump away from the wall. While you're away from the wall, press down on the directional button to drop down.
Okay.
Jump while pressing right or left on the directional button. You can make a big jump in that direction.
Okay.
If you press and hold the circle button while using the directional button, you can walk slowly across the wall. If you're careful with the timing, you should be able to dodge the gunfire from the hind while you rappel down. If anyone can do it, you can, Snake.
Okay. Oh, God. God damn it. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, I was right there, too. Shit. All right. Okay. That's glitchy at best. Come on, let me play. Let me play. Let me play. I know how to play now. Just get going. Just go down, Snake. Snake. All right, don't try and go left and right. Just hold down and go. Didn't they say they needed C4 to get through that door? the fucking... What the fuck? Oh, bullshit. Snake, you have to move faster than that. Oh my god, Snake! I pressed the fire button. I hate this game so much sometimes. The fixed camera angles where you can't see the enemies, but oh, they're gonna be there. So if you don't have precognizance, shit the fucking bullshit. We're gonna save.
What is it, Snake?
Save my goddamn game.
Gather ye rosebuds while ye may. All the time is still a-flying. And this same flower that smiles today, tomorrow will be dying. Snake laughter is the best medicine. You should be happy you've got enough free time to play a game. Enjoy yourself, okay?
I don't think those two messages go together really well, Mei Ling. Okay. You know, something about this tells me I'm gonna have a bad time in the stairwell. Something about this just tells me I'm gonna have a bad time in this stairwell.
Huh?
Hey, Otacon, you know anything about this elevator?
Snake, I'm heading your way.
Why?
About. There's something I've got to ask you.
Well, what is it?
Well, you see, I'll ask you when I see you. Bye.
Wait a minute.
Can't believe you didn't blow open that door. Why would I need to blow open that door? Ah, shit, you're right. I should have blew up that door. Well, too late now. Alright, we're at floor 7. Do they really expect you to go like this each time in case there's an enemy? give me 360 control with the camera angle. Please give me 360 control with the camera angle at some point.
Damn.
We can make that. What are we talking about? We can make this.
The staircase is broken. Tough luck. Looks like the elevator's the only way up now. Okay, Snake. I want you to head up there right away.
They're setting me up for something. I don't like it. Oh, it's Otacon, probably. Otacon, give me your sneaking suit thing.
It's me, don't shoot! It's me, Snake!
Otacon, how'd you get here?
Well, it wasn't as dramatic as your entrance, believe me. I'm afraid of heights.
You were watching?
Yeah, I was watching. I was riding in the back of their truck. Thanks to the stealth camouflage.
How did you get up here?
The elevator, of course.
The first floor of the circular staircase was destroyed.
That's why I took the elevator.
The elevator was working?
Yeah, that's right. You're incredible. Like a movie hero or something.
No, you're wrong. In the movies, the hero always saves the girl.
Oh my god, you too.
You mean Meryl? Sorry. Forget I said anything. Snake, there's something I've really got to ask you. It's why I followed you up this far.
Are you gay? Do you get down with the boys?
Have you ever loved someone?
That's what you came to ask?
Oh my god, is Otacon actually gay?
What are you trying to say?
I want to ask you.
Is Otacon asking if Snake is an ally right now?
Even on a battle?
Oh my god!
I do.
Otacon's asking if he can get down to Clown!
Place. People can fall in love with each other. But...
And Snake's not helping!
You have to be able to protect them.
Holy shit! I was not expecting this!
I have a favor to ask.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, it'll be easy.
I told you before I don't want to hurt anyone.
I don't want you to either.
Okay.
The elevator is stopped down there.
This sounds like they're saying, like, you want to bang?
That's weird.
It was working before, but now it isn't.
Maybe the panel's broken.
Can you fix it?
It was working before. If it's the mechanism, leave it to me.
I've got to go and swat a noisy fly.
Okay. I'll stay here and hold the fort. Good luck.
You really look like hell. Are you okay?
Don't worry. If I do this, it doesn't matter. I just pretend like I'm not here, and then I'm not scared.
Strange logic. I'm counting on you.
Oh. This is now. I don't want to listen to that speech again,
What
so
is it, Snake?
save my game. Save me from the cringiness of Otacon Mei Ling. Save me.
In Paradise Lost, Milton wrote, "Solitude sometimes is best society, and short retirement urges sweet return." Is that why you came back, Snake? You got tired of your short retirement in Alaska, huh?
It's more like you guys asked me to come back. Oh, God! those motherfuckers. Wait. Oh, son of a bitch! Are you fucking kidding me? I have one rat. Ow! Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! Oh, come the fuck! Is there a way I can't use this? I can't look that high with the sniper either. Are you fucking kidding me? Ow! Nastasha, is there a way around these cameras?
You have Stinger missiles. Now you have at least got a chance against the Hind.
But these fucking camera guns are gonna kill me.
Well, you are not exactly evenly armed. That Hind is a monster. You have only a small chance to win, but at least it's better than no chance.
That's a pretty grim analysis, Nastasha.
To shoot down that Hind, you will have to get to a place with good visibility. Do not try to fight him in that walkway. Get up on that roof where you will have a clean
Just
shot
shoot
at
him.
him.
I can't. No, this is the PlayStation 1. You can't aim down the sights. You can do that on the GameCube remake, but you can't do that on the PS1. PS1, this is what they give you. It doesn't matter. All the buttons don't do anything except that punches, that circle. If I hold down, I can't do first person, and X is crouch, and then if I just tap square, it fires the gun. PS1. I'm dead. Oh my god. Oh my god. Give me some rations. Kojima, you motherfucker, oh, you gave me chaff grenades. That's cool. You gave me one ration. You can shoot cameras in Metal Gear Solid 2. You can't shoot cameras in Metal Gear Solid 3. In Metal Gear Solid 1. You can only use chaff grenades, which I had one of. Yeah, chaff grenade on one camera. Oh god, I don't want to fight this thing. Oh my god.
What is it, Snake?
Mei-Ling, I climbed this tower with these scary camera guns, and now I don't want to do it, but now I'm like facing against a Hind. Save my game.
The proud man does not eat rotting meat, even when hungry, nor steal water from another's well when he thirsts.
Who wrote this?
But on the other hand, you were forced to steal or find every item you've got, so I guess I shouldn't say that.
The Nikita missiles were disabled. They're not disabled here, but they were disabled in the walkway. They would not allow me to use the Nikita missiles. Because bullshit.
So, the snakes finally come out of this home. Are you ready now, my brother?
Why are you calling me brother? Who the hell are you?
I'm you. I'm your shadow.
What?
Ask the father that you killed. I'll send you to hell to meet him.
I just want to imagine someone like, what? What? I can't hear you. There's a helicopter. All right, Aim with directional buttons and press square to fire. Ah, son of a bitch! They locked me in place. Oh my god. Run, 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 run. Run, run, run. I only have 13 shots. Do I have enough to take him out? Son of a bit. I don't have enough to take him out. Go, go. Okay, okay. Oh, bullshit. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I have one ration. I gotta keep that ration. Oh. What? 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 Nastasha, help me.
Your best chance is to hit him while he is circling. When his nose isn't pointed at you, that is your opening. Shove a Stinger missile up his butt.
Okay. Campbell.
Liquid means to bring this to an end now. He obviously planned this.
No.
Maybe the broken elevator was all part of the trap.
You mean he fiddled with the elevator to get me out of the roof?
He could have killed me by just implanting or putting up more fucking what is it?
You can always check his position.
Cameras on the walkway up. That's how he could have killed me. One moment, my stream PC is losing frames? My stream PC is apparently not able to, what? Is it now? Is the new layout causing it? What the fuck?
You'll have to destroy that.
Yeah, I called you on accident. Ow. Oh, shit. Liquid. Coward. Really? Such a coward. Oh, there's an item up there. More okay, that cool. I guess I need those. Really? Give me a ration game. I wonder if I... What the fuck? What the fuck? The fuck was that? What the fuck? Ah, fuck, that was bad. Damn it. Oh, shit. That was, yeah, I knew I was going to take a hit there. Yep, he's gonna blow that up down there. It's fine. Which that just has extra Nikita missiles, or not Nikita missiles. More Stinger missiles, which I've got 6. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, what I wanted to do was this. Really? I can't... Alright, that doesn't... I was hoping I'd be able to, like, move the Nikita down and around. But, nope. Apparently not. So now you just gotta be quick. Oh. Motherfucker! Holy shit, you barely have enough time. Did that actually hit him? That didn't hit him. Son of a... It's okay. It's okay. Let me try something for the stream real quick.